If you find yourself eating and you suspect that there's more going on than just giving your body fuel, you're not alone. I work with a lot of women and have had some experience, some personal experience with this eating for reasons other than physically hungry and I need food. And I want you to know, first and foremost, that this isn't a comment on who you are. This isn't a character flaw. This isn't because you don't have enough willpower. It's not because you lack self-control. It's not because you're a bad person. There's something going on in you that's driving you to eat when you're not really hungry as a way to meet an emotional need that you don't know how to meet any other way. And I'm kind of breaking this down and making it sound simplistic, but that's basically what's going on. And if you've had this going on with you long enough, I think you might, this might make some sense to you and it might sort of feel right. So what needs to happen is that we need to get in touch with what's going on inside you when you find yourself going to the refrigerator or when you find yourself stopping at the drive-thru and you know that you're not hungry. And if you're like most of us in this culture, you're not very connected to what's going on inside your body unless it's hungry or it's sick or it doesn't look the way you want it to. And you're not necessarily in touch with what's happening with you at the emotional level. Most of us spend most of our times in our heads. And so you're not aware of what's going on in you that needs something, that's hurt, wants comfort, wants to be soothed, is bored, needs to be distracted, is angry or tired or afraid. And lots of times these feelings are happening inside of us and we're not even aware of them. Sometimes we are, but lots of times we're not. And what will happen is that these feelings will come up and they'll bypass our awareness and just come out as an action to do something about it. And once we develop this strategy for soothing ourselves without realizing that that's what we're doing with food, and once we experience some level of temporary quiet or well-being, our system kind of gets hooked on that behavior. You know, I hate to make it so simplistic that it sounds like an addiction, but it is in terms of there being something in your system that wants something and it's going gimme, 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 and all you know to do is give it some food. These places in you that want something and need something, that are going gimme, 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 are hurt places in you that have probably been unresolved for some time. So if you've been to traditional counseling and you've been talking with somebody about it or tried to use willpower to change your behavior and that hasn't worked, I don't want you to beat up on yourself and give yourself a hard time, because I don't think the problem lies in your ability to analyze. I don't think the problem lies in you being able to control your behavior. The problem lies in some place in you that has an unmet need and is screaming for your attention and doesn't know any other way to soothe itself. So there are ways to work with this, and I won't try to go into it with you now because it's too specific and it's unique to each person. But if you'd like to learn more, you can go to my website at shellysmith.org. I don't talk specifically there so much about food, although maybe on a couple of blog posts. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about having a hard time controlling your eating or your shopping or workaholism. When you're finding that there's something in your life that you can't stop, it means that something's going on. And the way that we work with that is get down below the level of the thinking brain and even below the level of the emotions to find out what kind of suppressed stuff is in there. Feel free to email me at shellyiscoach@gmail.com, and if you'd like, we can set up a free phone consult and can help you get a sense of whether we be a good fit or not. I do also work over the phone in case you are not local. So I hope you found this helpful, and if I can be any help to you, please let me know.